My dear friends, let's give some tzedakah with a prayer for the safety and security of all our brothers all over the world. And I also have in mind at this moment a dear, dear, dear close friend of mine who just passed away, Shneur Zalman ben Rabbi Zushe, Dean of the Yeshiva, Rosh Yeshiva in Morristown for close to 45 years, maybe even more, with thousands of students who are all over the world today, shluchim. So it's a divine providence about a topic which I'm talking about, so connected, so related to the sad moment, personal sad moment, the passing of this great man. This Shabbos is Shabbos Parshas Porah. We're going to read a special section about the laws of the Porah Aduma, the red heifer. The Medrash says, when God relayed the laws of the person who becomes impure through the contact with a dead body, Moshe Rabbeinu's face paled, and he said, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the universe, if one is so contaminated, how will he be purified? And God responded to him by being sprinkled with the ashes of the red heifer. In the Beis Hamikdash, one who was in contact with the human corpse became spiritually impure, and he needed to be purified by being sprinkled with waters mixed with the ashes of the red heifer. So as I said, this Shabbos, in preparation to Pesach, we read this section. Now, what is the connection between this section and Pesach? Because it comes to remind us that we want to enter the holiday of Pesach, the holiday of freedom, we must guarantee our spiritual purity. Torah is obviously eternal, although we don't have today red heifer. Yet, the concept of the red heifer and the purification through the red heifer applies today too. As I just said, on Pesach, the season of our liberation, when we seek personal redemption, and we want to lead spiritual and fulfilling lives, we need to free ourselves from our inner exile, our inner Pharaoh, who strives to torpedo our journey to Mount Sinai and our receiving the Torah. And the preparation for this personal redemption commences with the spiritual service of the red heifer. Moshe Rabbeinu understood the deeper meaning and the nature of death. And that's why he was bewildered at the prospect of any sort of purification for an impurity which is contracted from a corpse. Because the pasuk says, you who cleave to God are alive, all of you, this day. Why? Because God is the source of all life. So therefore anyone who is connected with Him is alive. And therefore, our sages tell us, tzaddikim, righteous people, are alive after their passing, sometimes even more than during their life. Unfortunately, wicked people, even while they're alive, they're considered dead. The impurity contracted through association with the corpse is so acute because it is a metaphor for one who has completely severed himself from his lifeline. A person who, unfortunately, his life is totally devoid of godly purpose. So even Moshe Rabbeinu couldn't envision a purification process that could revive a person who is considered so dead. But that's what God gently explained to Moshe Rabbeinu. And he says, life after death exists. How? By following the procedure of the red heifer. The spiritual lifeless person can begin to enjoy a fulfilling life, rich in meaning and purpose. What's so unique about the red heifer? The uniqueness of this mitzvah is that it's a mitzvah which is beyond any comprehension. King Solomon, the wisest man of all people, said, I do not understand this mitzvah. So therefore, even one who is totally detached from his divine source, he can re-establish the connection through total commitment to God. A commitment which is beyond rationale. A commitment which is, if it's convenient or not convenient. It's an infinite commitment. And that's how we reach ultimate freedom.